What's up, guys? Chasing Lamy with episode number 5 of The Journey, and we are still with the young Reds of Royal Antwerp, the under-23s. Today we're playing Leuven's under-23s in the league, and things are going okay, I guess. We're progressing nicely, is what I would say. So anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave the comments, all that good stuff, and I'm going to see you on the other side. So, since we last met against Capellan, things have been unspectacular. We lost 2-1 to Winkelsport with Sicari Agueda scoring. We then lost 2-1 to Noka with Nolan Cortin scoring for us. We beat Test Sports 1-0 with Mandela Keita scoring. Then we beat La Louvre with 2-1 with Sharif Sumar getting a brace. And we've just lost 2-0 to Lokeren Temse, which I think is Lokeren's under-23 side. It's not gone well. It's not gone badly, but it's not gone well. We are currently sitting in third in the league. We were, of course, predicted to finish second, which, you know, either way we're in a playoff, so I'm not gonna knock it. I think we can do something with this. I just don't know, what exactly. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we need to. Things are, they've been awkward. We're learning our trade nicely. We are building up our coaching badges and getting ourselves everything out of this we can, which is kind of the thing. I'm loving this new view. If you've not been watching the Roxham Save, we've switched to work the spaces skin, and it's beautiful. It's stunning. We're working on our badges. Where do I find the badges information on this screen? I don't know. Basically, we're working our way up through the coaching badges. We do have one. I just cannot find out where it is. We've just got our first badge, our C license. I know how we'll do it. We'll do it this way, because that's going to be the way forward. I think, we're currently doing our national C license. We want to try and get as many badges out of our time at Antwerp as we can, because it's probably the only way we're going to move up. I mean, I've been keeping half an eye on the job centre. I'd like it if the A-team manager got fired, but it's not happened yet. But in terms of moves at the moment, I think we might get considered for the Banbury job. I'd be shocked if we couldn't get the La Louvre job. I guess the two jobs in the French National, the Series C job, that'd be a possibility. Probably Marco 09 in Portugal and any of these lower league Spanish or Swedish jobs. But we're not immediately looking. We're not Patrick Vieira linked with Feyenoord. There's a combination. That's got potential. We're not massively looking to move on this season yet. I am getting frustrated a little bit with the fact that I can only play players that meet these weird squad requirements. I think we talked through them before. Let's just refresh your memory. But essentially, I can only have 221 players, or I have to have a minimum of 221 players in the match squad. I have a minimum of 9 players trained by the Young Reds for 3 years before their 21st birthdays, which is where we're really falling afoul, and 12 players trained in Belgium between their 15th and 21st birthdays, but I can only have 1 player over 23, and I can't play any goalkeepers over 25, which is, it's a bit of a problem, because as much as I have what looks like a big squad, I can't use most of them. If we pick a guy at sort of semi-random here, like Siba Svertvega, I should have picked what I could pronounce. He qualifies as homegrown in Belgium, but doesn't help us meet the trained at Young Reds rules, and we've only got about 15 players or so who are in any way decent that qualify as homegrown at the club, because for reasons I don't fully understand. I'd love to be able to use players from under-18 squad, but none of them qualify as trained at the club yet. I mean, Abel Hamid, I think I've probably called up before. We'll call him up now anyway, just to give us an extra body, an extra option in the squad. But these players take a while to get the light blue homegrown. I mean, Benjamin Aloisa I have used because I have had no other centre halves, and Finnegan Keeble, who's definitely got a second nationality. I can't reckon he's just Belgian. Apparently he is. Weird. We don't need him just yet. We've got a lot of goalkeepers we can use, and not a lot of anything else, which is really the issue. I'm hoping some of these guys will get to homegrown at club very soon. For example, Matthias Gielkins, I could definitely use an extra left back in my squad, but if we look at his eligibility, he has still got a year and a bit before he qualifies as homegrown at the club, which is we're not going to be here. I would hope by then. But yeah, it's been a slog. We're getting there. We are putting together something fairly nice though. So without any further ado, let's just crack on with the game and see if we can get a win against Leuven. It wants me to change my entire team. I don't see the sense in that, although to be fair, slightly stronger at the back. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. Why not? There's nothing to lose by doing that. We'll take the Oppo instructions as well. And let's see what that team looks like. I imagine it looks shocking, but there we go. That didn't actually pick the team it told me it was going to pick, so that's gone well. Will it do it if I choose that one? Nope. Okay, cool. We'll just go with this because... Actually, I say we'll just go with this. Bisset is absolutely useless. We've tried him a few times, and he's 140 years old, and he's useless now. I have to try and remember which of these defenders can play without... Will it let me hover over? It won't. I know Aloisa can do it. Screw it, we'll stick Aloisa on the bench. In fact, you know what, we can stick Jerome Boateng in there instead. That will do. Jerome Boateng, I know, is good enough. I've tried using Dorian Desailly, who it says is a better player. He's utter crap. He's utterly useless. We'll go with this. We'll go with Van Giels. We'll go with Svertvega, Boateng, Canate, and Gillot. We'll go with Keita, Cortens, Amal, Hurmans, Suma, and Ilekenya. Ilekenya, by the way, is already good enough for the first team. I don't know how he's not in the first team. We've got De Valkenir, Elmashad, Mitrovic, Van Heesch, Den Bosch, Schmidt, and Van Heesch on the bench. I feel like I want something else in there instead of the goalkeeper. But again, you'll see the struggle I have here is that I can only pick the light blue players. I think for balance, we'll stick Doms on the bench. He has actually been pretty good for us when we've used him. So we'll stick Doms on the bench, and we will hope for the very best. So in the dressing room, I tell them I want to see a marked improvement from all of them, because I do. If you're wondering, by the way, why Jerome Boateng is there, it's because the senior team have signed him and they can send players down to us for match fitness. We operate just like a regular reserve team in that respect. But I can't play him every week because I can only have one over 23 player, and sometimes I need an over 23 player in a different position. Usually at left back, to be honest, I need an under 23 player, because I typically don't have one available for whatever reason. So that's why we don't have Boateng playing for us all the time. In fact, I think if I got him fit and on form, he wouldn't be available to us at all. He'd be in the first team. I don't know why he's not in the first team as it is. We must have some spectacular centre-halves playing for us. It should be a good game, though. One thing with this skin, you'll notice, by the way, it's changed some of the camera angles, I've noticed. I'm liking it, but it has changed some of the camera angles, so you'll spot that as we go. We're underway, and hopefully we can get a good result. Let's encourage the boys early doors and see if they can get something going here. Corner, Gillot is going to take it into the box, looking for someone, looking for a header from Ilekenya, who can't quite put it away. Ilekenya is usually deadly from there. He's such a good player. I'm so happy we've got him. He's not going to be here next season for sure. As a deep ball goes from the goalkeeper, De Wolf picks it up for Leuven's under 23s. Ramos Mingo forward for Massis. There should at least be a level playing field for us for a change, because I feel like the under 23s of Leuven are probably subject to the same very restrictive rules. Although Apoku has got in there and scored, I don't know who their over 23 player is. I'm hoping it's not someone spectacular. We've got a free kick off the offside. Canate, ball out wide to Svertvega, to whoever that is, Sumar up top. Actually, no, Sharif Sumar by look, but he's a good goal scorer for us, considering he's not really a complete forward. I probably need to do a little bit of tweaking with his tactic just to make it a bit more effective, but it's been working, so I've been sticking with it. Now Van Giels has picked up the ball, and he's going to throw it out to Svertvega. Svertvega, I'm going to get his name right, I promise. Hurmans, what was that ball? I mean, for guys who are trying to make it to the Antwerp first team, Antwerp, of course, the champions of Belgium, you would think they would put in a little bit more effort than they have. Anyway, Kenya, what was that? That's a ridiculous moment. I was chatting away because I was expecting him to clear it up the pitch. Didn't see that coming at all. This keeper, Layson, has had an absolute mare here. He's got players everywhere available to him. He's not even looked up. Smacked it straight at Kenya, who smelt a mistake coming, runs in and just lets it bounce off and puts it in the net. And that is what George Ilekenya brings to this side. He is, he's just an all-round legend. We're going to praise the boys. I know 1-0 is a bit early for praise, but, we'll make them feel good about what they've done. and we're going to hope we can get a second goal. Corner now for Leuven. Mashish goes deep to Aqua, who has a pop from range. What on earth was that? That was disgraceful. That was absolutely disgraceful. I'm not ungrateful for it because God knows we needed the goal. But what am I talking about? They scored it. My brain, it's not in today. That's gone well. Anyway, moving on. Throw in from Brueggelmans. I remember what side we're on the side playing in red. We're called the Young Reds. I don't know how I got that wrong. It's because I've played a lot of Wroxham recently and I'm just getting confused. I've been recording ahead a little bit because I may need to go and have a surgery. So, we're trying to get ahead of ourselves in case I can't record for a while as Horemans puts the ball forward to Ilikenya. Ilikenya looking for a cutback. No, he just goes for a shot and Layson makes a save. Almost makes up for his earlier mistake there. Do some encouragement to the boys as Jalot steps up for the corner. Hopefully we won't score now because that's going to really mess it up. We haven't scored. Aqua, the goal scorer, the man from range, gets the ball back. You'd think we'd make more effort to chase that down. Apparently, just too much effort. I don't know who that was all the way back there. I think it was Keita, who has got the turning circle of an oil tanker and indeed the movement speed of one. So, 1-1, half-time approaching. Hopefully, we'll be able to come out flying in the second. So that's half-time. It is 1-1. We are the better team on paper, but as the old adage goes, football not played on paper. You've done well so far. Keep going. Make sure you can get the win. It's done nothing. Okay, let's just tell everyone they've got the ability to make a difference and hope someone steps up and does it. I haven't, as I said, done much tactical tweaking, although I might do a little tactical tweak because I think Sharif Sumar must have something he does better than complete forward. He's only 1 star there. Should we just make him a target man? Just have him nod it down for Ilikenya? What can Ilikenya do best? We're going to go old-fashioned, have a big target man to ping a ball up to and see if that improves things. I think Horemans probably... I think that should be okay. Amaral's not really a ball-winning midfielder, but I don't... Do I risk it? Do I take a risk? What do you do better? So I feel like we're going to make Curtins the ball-winning midfielder, and we're going to take a little gamble and make Amal a Masala for the second half. Give us that bit of width to get the ball in for the target man. See if that makes any difference. Keita now with a corner into the box. De Wolf heads it back towards Keita. Ilikenya says, nope, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Boateng on the edge of the box. Schwerhager, Canate, back to Boateng, back to Courtens. Courtens has time, looking for Schwerberger again. Keita, what can Keita do? Looks for a through ball, it's not there. Cam wins it back, and now we're on the defensive. Massis is running at us again. We need to get across him here, do something with it, and that's not happened. It's not happened at all. We are in trouble. De Wolf, feel the goal coming. Is it coming for us though? Courtens picks it up. Ilikenya forward, looking for Sumar, now playing in a much more familiar role to him. Can he do something with it? Cuts it back for Ilikenya, who gets brought down. It's a penalty. I'd expect Ilikenya to step up and take this himself. He's not going to. Who is this man stepping up? It's Courtens. Courtens has taken the penalty for us, and Courtens has put it away. We're back in the lead. We're looking okay again, and I don't know if this is going to cause big improvements for us in our league position. I'd like to get us back up into second. I do still think automatic promotion is on for us. It's tough. It's really tough. But we are starting to look a little bit better here, which is what we were looking for in the first place. As Keita now takes a corner for us, puts it into the box, headed away. Sumar's going to pick it up using his height. Good stuff. Amal having an option, has a pop straight into Sumar, gets it back. I mean, he's not really the dribbler, but Horemans will say, do you know what, if you're going to mess around, bud, I'm just going to stuff it in the net. You could have done something with that. You chose not to. 3-1 is the scoreline now. I don't know what was going on here, though, with Sumar. He just kind of bounces off him, and then Amal goes, I'll have a little try at dribbling, realises too late he's not very good at it, and Horemans just goes, nah, bud, put it in the bag, and then we'll carry on. I throw in now for Leuven, and it's Dumo Musabo taking it to Mashish, back to Dumo Musabo, headed away by Svertberger to Talidmen, who's going to have a pop. It's come off De Wolf and gone over the crossbar. I feel like if he'd stayed out of the way, that would have gone into the far corner. So we've got away with it. Throw in now with Gillot to Courtons, which should go back to Gillot and does. And have a look at Canate to come off. He's not been very good. Ilikenya back to Gillot. Gillot with a cross. Don't know what he was looking for. They didn't find it. Sumar did find it. And Sumar now playing as a target man is a thing we're going to keep. Because that one little tweak seems to have done some magic. It seems to have lit us up. I don't know why I didn't come up with doing that earlier. But, you know, that's life. But we seem to have found something now. Now we've given the fullbacks a player to aim for in the box. I mean, they could have aimed for him anyway. It was always an option. He still had the same ability. But we've told them to aim for him, and they are aiming for him, and goals are raining in now. As Ramos Mingo picks up the ball now for Leuven. It goes back, or goes forward to Cam. Cam over the top, looking for Duma Masumbo to Massis. We need to get across and defend here. We should have the ability. We haven't found the ability, and luckily Apoku decides to head it into the stands, which are very, very empty because we're playing obviously at the home stadium of Antwerp, but we're also playing in the third tier of Belgian football and not many people queuing up to watch. Throw now with Gillot. I've made a couple of changes. I've got Elmasad and Zeno van den Bosch in the centre of defence because Canate was playing badly and Streetberger picked up an injury. So Jerome Boateng, at the age of 97, is playing as right back because he was the best option I had on the pitch. Cross goes in. Luckily, we were equal to it. Van den Bosch does his job. And Mazumbo now having a look at us. Apoku having a shot, and he does much, much better with that one. So, he was offside. He didn't do much better with that one. We have survived that one. I'm going to do him more praise. Boateng with a throw-in now. Looking for Sumar back to Boateng. Who's just going to be kind of a ball-playing right back for us, I think. He's not going to do much marauding down the right-hand side. Not at his age. Van den Bosch goes back to Van Gils. To Elmashad. Forward, looking for Amal, to Sumar, to Ilikenya. They've all dropped deep. It's very weird. Elmashad now. Plenty of time. Looking for Jerome Boateng, who doesn't have the mobility to do anything about that. I mean, he should be still quite quick for this league, but was never doing anything about that. Luckily, Keita came across and covered it. Puts the ball forward, looking for Courtons. Brain. Ilikenya back to Courtons. Courtons going forward now for Sumar. Sumar, ball through for Ilikenya. Ilikenya, what a strike, but he's just missed. And we're dangerous now. We're dangerous with this setup. I like it. Keita taking a free kick. Has a pop. Looks for the top corner. Comes off the crossbar. And I think it's safe to say we are hitting a rhythm in this game. If we can keep this rhythm up for the rest of the season, I am going to confirm these tactical changes. I think we're going to be in a good position. Van den Bosch with a header away. Looking for Hormans, but Aqua will get the ball as it comes down. Ramos Mingo now for Leuvens. Forward to Cam, but Boateng gets in there, sees it coming. Extra yard in his head at his age. Going into the box, has a pop. Jerome Boateng fancied a goal. He was like, these guys, not as good as me, so I'll have a look, show them what it's done. How it's done, it didn't work. Ilikenya now with the ball back to Courtons. Courtons across for Keita to Van den Bosch. Van den Bosch will take his time, finds the ball through to Sumar, who plays it out to Boateng. Boateng to Amal. Amal has time, goes all the way back to Elmashad, who is looking for an option, doesn't really find one until Van den Bosch becomes available. Courtons will find an option in Gillot on the overlap here. Can he do something in for Hormans? Hormans just over the bar. Every time we get the ball now, we just look dangerous. So I had some tired legs out there. I've made a bunch of changes. We've gone to this says 3-3-3-1. We'll call it a 3-6-1 for simplicity. I've changed a few roles around just to try some stuff out, but 3 at the back should be fine at 4-1. I think we'll get something out of this. We don't really use wingers, but I have a lot of wingers on the bench out of necessity, so I thought I'd give them a run out, see how they do. Ilikenia's changed his tactical role to being advanced forward rather than a poacher, so I get a bit more movement out of him. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to see, I suppose, if we get anything out of it. It might just be a game-killing change. But honestly, a game-killing change, not really a big problem. Let's praise the boys, get them a bit excited, see if that gets them to do anything. We have got a highlight. Boateng now on the ball. What's he going to do? Ball down for Schmitz, forward for Mitrovic, forward for Hormans, for Ilikenya. Ilikenya has a man out wide in Van Heesch, who might cut inside here. He is playing as an inside forward, so he's supposed to. Didn't really work, and that's the final whistle. It's a 4-1 win, which is, do you know what? More than acceptable. Before I go into the dressing room, let's look at the table. We've moved back up into second with that, although it could be temporary because Nocker haven't played yet. But we're hot on the heels of Capellen, which is what we're really looking to achieve. I would like it to get us into automatic promotion, but you know, we've got a few games left, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hopeful for the rest of the season. We're only 2 points behind as things stand. It could become 5, of course, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the season. I'm going to come back for the last game of the season against Union Namur, who are in 4th. Bit of a run-in, though, for us. Dessel are in 8th. Charleroi are in 12th. We've beaten them already this season. Sebra Elites are in 11th. I believe we've also beaten them quite handily this season. Hoogstraten are in 7th. Another team we've beaten here, Verton in 10th, who we drew with recently. And Union Namur, who are in 4th, we lost to. So it's a bit of a run-in. It could go any way, but do you know what? I'm keeping the faith. I think we can get something out of this quite nicely. Anyway, guys, if you haven't enjoyed this video, please do smash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, leave comments. It all helps people find the videos. If you're new to FM, please check out my FM24 Beginner's Guide. It's on the channel. There's a playlist that you should be able to find quite easily. Do check that out, though, because apparently it's very helpful. Lots of people are watching it, lots of people are using it, lots of people are finding it useful. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I have as always been Chasing Lane. Until next time, stay safe and have a good one.